Slow right now. Might have to pick up the number of lines here. All right, what's going on? Let's kick it to 4 lines. I did just recently add more call attempts to the sales funnel, I think is what it's referred to in call tools. Just meaning that it's going to call through the list a couple more times. Granted, it's going to call through at later dates. Like the first couple of times they get re-added to the list after 6 hours. It gets added back into the list 6 hours later. If you call it again and they don't, it's 12 hours later, just the next day. And then if they don't answer then it starts to hey, Jessica. Hi. Oh, no, no. This isn't Miss Benitez? Oh, okay. Amo Derek. ¿Quieres vender tu casa en el calle de Dogwood Tree? Okay, okay, okay. Lo siento. It's the wrong number. But yeah, so I think that's maybe why. Because I get that a lot of those people who are recycling. So I added one where it's uh, or I added a few. After the first couple days, it tapers off significantly because the likelihood of them answering after calling or trying them 2 or 3 times is pretty low. But yeah, I just get fearful because when you do call off a few lines, a lot of times people are every day, people answer the phone and I'm just not there to talk to them because I'm on the other line. It's happened already once today of the 5-10 minutes I've been dialing. So I just get fearful of that, and it's I want to be able to get a hold of those people specifically because obviously they're answering their phone. So I added again, if they don't, I think we called through it 2 or 3 times within the first couple of days that it's put into the dialer. And if they don't answer after that third time, then it's they get called after a week. And then after, uh, I think a month and then 3 months. And then after that, they just stop getting recycled back in. But then it's going to be kind of on us while we're within the dialer, which is the benefit of call tools, which is pretty cool, is you can just start playing with the number of lines that you're dialing off of. So, if you're calling a list of 100 people for the first time, you're not going to want to call off of a bunch of lines because then you're going to run into that issue where you're having people pick up the phone and you're not even there to talk to them. But then if you're calling through a list of 100 properties that, uh, hey, Caitlin. Hi, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, no, it's a little random here. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Long Drive. Yeah, I just wanted to connect with you and I wanted to see if you might be open to receiving an offer on the property there. No, okay. Well, while I have you, would you happen to have any others that you might consider selling at this moment? No, okay. I appreciate you taking the call. Bye now. But to finish my thought, if you're calling through a list of 100 that you've already tried 3, 4 times, Again, the likelihood of them picking up now, if they haven't picked up the first 4 times, probably pretty low. But that's not to say that there aren't people in there that one didn't pick up previously, or two, you just caught them at a bad time all 4 times, which is why you can just then start increasing the number of lines that you're dialing off of with kind of the security and confidence to know that you're not going to be missing out on more conversations by increasing the number of lines. So like right now I'm calling off of 4 lines, which is pretty, uh, I wouldn't really ever call off of 4. We're calling off of like 2, maybe 3. But now that I added those extra attempts into the sales funnel, I think it's appropriate to go up to 4 now. What's up, Roxy? Been running it up. Hello? Been running it up the past few days here, trying to just keep the trend going. And 290. So far, what's that? 90, 94 contacts over the past 3 days, and really over the past 2 days. Just started calling today. Been trying to hit 50 a day. Really no reason I shouldn't be able to with the amount of fresh data that we have in here. Something else that I don't necessarily like about call tools, or maybe it's not that I don't like about call tools, but what I did like about Mojo was that when you went to go hop back into a list for like the second time, it gave you the selection of whether or not you wanted to start from the beginning of the list or start dialing where you left off last. And I think that's also what happens here is when people get recycled back into the list in call tools because I've called them 2, 3 times and it's now, you know, the system in the back end is automated to trigger, okay, it's been, a month since he's called this person. Let's put him back into the list. I think they called those people first. Um, I think I would just guess because right now there's 2,400 property records in this list. Um, and I know like more than half of that is fresh, never been called. I know for certain. So it being as slow as it is right now off of calling, especially with calling off of 4 lines, it just leads me to believe that they're calling through those properties that have already been tried first. And then only once those are called through do they start calling through the untouched, never been called before. Again, just a guess, but I would probably bet some money on that. Yeah, because it's dry. It's dry and it's not really going abandoned either. So like that's something else because I can just click over to the manager dashboard real quick to check like am I calling off of too many lines or not enough? And with the amount of contacts that I'm trying to put up like on an hourly basis, I've found that like a 30% abandon rate is appropriate, right? Because it's gonna happen. Um, if I just don't want, if every time somebody picked up the phone, I want to be there to talk to them, I should just be dialing off of 1 line. But that comes with the sacrifice of low contacts per hour. So again, based off of what my kind of desire is to put up contacts per hour, which is kind of sitting in like the 15 to 20 range, and that's if there's like if they're all straight no's, so realistically I'd love to get like 15 contacts an hour with one or two of those conversations really unfolding, not really unfolding but unfolding into like a 3 to 5 minute conversation. But the point of why I'm saying that is I found that about a 30% abandon rate is kind of appropriate or to be expected if I want to get those. Hi, Anita. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I was looking for the owner of a property on Crockett Crossing. Would you happen to know the owner there? No, okay, I'm sorry. Bye. I'll typically only ask that if it's the first phone number. It's like 9 times out of 10, if the person picks up and it's that first phone number from batch skip tracing, like 9 times out of 10, it's the right owner. So I just wanted to make sure because she said it was the wrong number right out of the gates. But yeah, so my abandon rate right now is only 12%. So it's just like I'm not. It's only two have gone abandoned. I'm gonna pick it up to 5, which again, very rare. This is kind of a trial phase for me. This is really me testing it out. Because yeah, at this point, I would have preferred having 2 times as many contacts. If that means 2 times as many abandons, that's fine. That'll get me again closer to that contact per hour standard that I have for myself. Yeah, even voicemails. I want to be like doing something at all times. Like I want a call to be either having to be because I have to manually disposition the call. So I clicked voicemail because I don't have auto voicemail detection on either with call tools. Maybe it's just my setup. When I have that turned on, I miss the first couple of seconds of the phone call. So almost every time I get on the phone call, they're like, hello, as if they've been on there saying hello for 5 seconds already. So I just turn that off and I manually disposition every phone call, whether it be a contact made, wrong number, or voicemail. So that's why I say I'd prefer to just be doing something like that one's voicemail, talking. No, that one's wrong number. Okay, this one's voicemail. And that's when I really know something's going on in the back end, whether my phone numbers are spam or uh, even that I should be getting through to people's voicemails, even if they just hang up right when the call's coming through. So if I am not even getting voicemails, then I start to think it's because the data is stale, or I'm not calling off of enough lines. Hello, hey, is Mr. Tovar? That was weird. There we go. And I just tested all these caller IDs, kind of towards the end of my dialing session yesterday, so they should be good. Yeah, I might even just go in and edit this those extra call attempts. Because that's what it is. I'm gonna go in there real quick. Data, sales funnels, redial rules is what it's referred to as. So I have it. Inbound call not answered. That doesn't even work. So I might as well delete that. Outbound call not live catch all. So any outbound call that's made and they don't catch it, yeah, okay. I see what's going on. Needs to be like 2, 3. Yeah. So they're gonna get called one time. If they don't answer, they'll get added back in 6 hours later. And then they'll get called through a couple more times. Yeah, yeah, just like that. Yeah, I wouldn't. It wouldn't even make sense if I spoke this out loud. The problem with call tools is if you put in a property with one phone number or you put in a property with two phone numbers, they get treated differently. Like an outbound call attempt is just on one number, and then a second outbound call attempt on the second number, if that makes sense. So you may call one property and you are already at two outbound call attempts, but you may call one property and you would call that same number two times to get to those two outbound call attempts. So the max numbers that I'll import there are 3. So I just want to be able to call through each list 3 times, or each property at least twice. So if they have 3, I need to put at least like 5 call attempts in there, I think, or at least 3, at least 3, because then on the third one they'll all call again. So I think that's good the way it's set up. So if they don't answer the first time, they get added back in 6 hours later. If they don't answer the second or the third time, they get added back in 12 hours later. And then anything beyond that, it's whatever, for now. Have enough data in here. And I know that's something that why I'm like tripping on is because I'm just trying to get better at managing the data in here. So right now in the dialer, close to 50,000 property records. Active, ready to be dialed in the campaign, probably, it's 7,500, maybe 7,500 of them. So just trying to, because I know 50,000 and there's 7,500 that are actively being, despite a lot of them just we're never going to be able to get a hold of through the phone, but still, I know that there's properties in there that are probably deals. So I'm trying to get better at optimizing and managing the data as efficiently as possible so that kind of maximize everything going on. Make sure no leads slip through the cracks. All right, hop back in. I lowered the amount of, let me see how that affected. I don't know if it really did, or maybe it just hasn't uploaded. But I reduced the amount of call attempts significantly, which I think is going to eliminate a lot of those properties in there. So I dropped the lines back down to 3, which is what I was dialing off of yesterday and having good results. Yeah, still getting a lot of voicemails. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I was probably just calling a bunch of bunk numbers. Ones that didn't even have voicemails, which is why they weren't even patching me through. Hello? Anybody who's watching this, when you're watching this, and you use Podio, let me know. I'm trying to migrate everything into a new Podio setup because I've just been struggling with following up with the leads just because I have like 7 different apps on my phone to try to get a caller ID because I don't want to use my personal. And hello, a lot of these apps don't have the like the functions that I need. Like the only app I that I really like, it's called Cloud Sim because it allows you to buy up to 5 numbers. And at one point, it was working perfectly. I was able to uh, just like every call use a different ID. Hello. They Hi, Miss Bird. Hi, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, no, it's a little random here. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Mimosa Road. Yeah, I just wanted to connect with you, and I wanted to see if you might be open to receiving an offer on the property there. Okay. You think you may be interested in the near future at all? No. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call. Bye. About time. But yeah, the one app it was perfect, and then I could just test the IDs and then get rid of the ones that were starting to pop up as spam and just recycle them and add in again. I had up to 5, but they like got rid of the ability to put it on speaker and doesn't like seem as like crucial as I'm making it out to be, but I'm finding that it is. Like at first it was because of um the stream, right? I wanted to make sure that you guys could hear them because that was like the one time. Because I can cold call off of my computer speakers, but I just know it sounds. Hey, Miss Castillo. Hi, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, it's a little random here. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Mohegan Circle. Oh, okay. Well, appreciate you taking the call. She's been called before. I'm calling through the liens list, by the way, which is probably why. But yeah, so there's like no apps, and I just so happened to stumble across a post in a Facebook group that I'm in of somebody marketing their smartphone affiliate link, and people were like, "Oh, how is the dialer? Yada yada yada." And the person who was pushing this link, which was the owner of the Facebook group, she was saying, "I don't actually use it to dial. I just use it for like click to call specific." Hey, Mr. Nguyen. Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, it's a little random here. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Sandstone Street. Yeah, I just wanted to connect with you, and I wanted to see if you might be open to receiving an offer on the property. Okay, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you taking the call. Bye now. Let me off nice. But yeah, it just seemed like such a perfect, it was like I'm having this problem, and here she is offering up a solution. So it was like, all right, let me try this out, which is a smartphone again, but smartphone can only be like, it seems like it can only be integrated through a select few CRM setups, one being Podio, the other one being Investor Fuse, and then the third being something that I wasn't familiar with. But I've always kind of assumed and known that moving into a Podio setup was going to just. Hi, Miss Fuerte. This is Derek. I know it's a little random. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Brookfield Drive. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the call. Bye. She said, "You've been texting me, but no, I haven't." I kind of forget where what I was talking about. Oh, we started to set up Podio and so that I can link the smartphone through it. And I know that the smartphone's going to have just the same amount of issues as any other carrier that's selling caller IDs. I know that the first number I got just to test out smartphone, I'm on the free trial right now. It's spam. I tried calling myself and it popped up as spam. So I know that I'm still gonna have to like on call tools right now, we're having to buy like 10 numbers to get two, maybe three good ones. The other seven are just already spam. So I know that. Hello? Hi, Miss Towler. Hi, how's it going? This is Derek. I know it's a little random here. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on May Road. I just wanted to connect with you and I wanted to see if you might be open to receiving an offer on the property. Okay. Well, while I have you, would you happen to have any others you may consider selling at the moment? No, she does not. But yeah, let me know if you're on Podio. It's pretty cool in my opinion. I like that type of stuff, but it's definitely a beast when it comes to integrations and API keys. And I'm trying to familiarize myself with all of that because I know it's possible. I'm just trying to do it on a budget too. Like I know that I could probably just pay somebody a couple grand to. I know I see people, the kind of gurus in the industry, sell their CRM setups, but I don't really need anything too crazy right now. I just need the ability, which smartphone uh, is going to give me. They have a little Chrome extension, so again, it's just going to be click to call, um, and I'm going to be able to call off of my computer through my headset, like I'm doing right now for the dialer on Call Tools. So that's kind of what I'm most excited for. But yeah, it's a beast uh, when it comes to integration. Hello, because other than that, it's hello. Other than that, it's pretty. Hey, Domingo. My name is Derek. I know it's a little random here. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Blacksmith Drive. Oh, okay, okay. You think you may be interested in the near future? Sure, sure. When do you think you may be ready? Got it. Got it. Okay. Appreciate it. CDO, what's up, bro? How's it going? What's going on, man? Chilling, kicking back, running these nose up, looking for that yes. Just a little update. I've been going in a little bit compared to, prior efforts. Uh, Monday, I've been trying to systematize this a little bit more simply and just try to do the high level stuff that I know is going to make the most difference. Which for me, truly think is going to be virtual driver dollars. Uh, I remember when I used to do it, I just have such better conversations with people on the phone because the lists aren't beat up. You know, you're calling people who aren't getting called, by 20 other people that same day. Hello? So, as much as it's going to be time consuming, I think that I think the trade-off is leaning in my favor. So, just doing that in the mornings, put up 115 properties. Took me like 2 hours probably Monday morning, maybe a little longer than 2 hours, like 2.5 hours. Put up 45 cold call contacts, and that's what I'm just trying to focus on. Driving for dollars, building that custom list, and then spending a decent amount of time on the dialer and running the contacts up. Did the kind of same something similar yesterday. 121 drive for dollar properties, 52 cold call contacts. So today did 103 drive for dollar properties, and I'm about 8 contacts. Hey, Miss Lomas. Oh, I'm sorry. 8 contacts deep. Hello. And then I'm trying to get it to today I told myself I need to, because I've just been kind of putting off these follow-ups, because I don't have any numbers to call them off of. I could call them off these ones without. Oh, what I was gonna say too about the one that doesn't offer speaker anymore. At first, it was like, oh, you guys can't hear them on stream, but like whatever, I'll still call them. But it's like I can't do anything when I'm holding the phone in my hand. I can't be like flipping through the script. I can't be taking notes. I can't be on the computer. Just kind of opened my eyes to how crucial speakerphone is, or some type of setup. But I can't run these through. No, I can't run these through my phone. I just freaked out for a second because I thought maybe I could, but I definitely can't. And I guess I could just get like a little Apple. But there's a solution here. There's a solution here, and I've figured it out. I just need to finalize everything and get everything paid for. Get off that free trial. But I told myself by today I'm going to have all of that, and I'm starting to slowly kind of migrate all the data from our old CRM, which we just use Trello, um, bringing that over into Podio. Just kind of doing that a little at a time, and then once I have the follow up thing all set up, I'm wanting to just do it as the follow ups come up, so it's not really taking too much extra time out of my day. I don't want to convince myself that that's productive work. Hello. Now I'm curious. Now we're up, yeah, up above 20% abandoned. Driver dogs is the way. Just found a commercial property in a plaza. Hey, is this Gustavo? Oh, I'm sorry about that. You as well. He answered the phone. He said, "Well, howdy there." Just found a commercial plaza. Hello? You ain't get a word out. Commercial plaza boarded up. Contacted the owner and he called back immediately. Offered a super low price. He was pissed. Oh, yeah, but you know, you know what I mean. I'm sure nobody else has called that person and like had that conversation. That's why it's just kind of like a breath of fresh air to me to dial through a list like that. There is still obviously people on those lists that do pop up on these other ones that everybody's just buying off of batch leads or prop stream or wherever list source. But it's the ones that are clearly have never been called before, which again, those conversations pop up much more frequently on a driver for dollars list. It's not every single person, but even the people who say no, you can tell like that they're confused as to why you're even calling them. And t- to me, that's a very reassuring feeling. Like, oh, okay, like kind of where I'm supposed to be, or at least I'm getting the results that I was hoping to get off of building this custom list. I don't want to be building a custom list and then just from poor luck, you know, a large majority of them are just like on other lists. But again, it's like probably pretty likely if they have a property with like a blue tarp on the roof and junk cars in the driveway and, you know, boarded up windows, the likelihood of them having a city lien or we pull code violations or, you know, tax defaults, the likelihood of them being on those lists is probably pretty high too. That's why I try to get a little creative driving for dollars. Hello? I try not to like obviously I'm still adding those properties, but I try to get like a little bit I don't know, like so on batch leads, I drive for dollars on their app. Well, it's batch leads. Their most recent update, like a couple months ago, just integrated all of their systems into one platform. So it's just all on batch leads. I'm able to virtual drive for dollars. And what was I gonna say? Oh, trying to get creative. But I try to like find areas that, you know, like I found like one area is like all new construction, right? But it's like I might sound like I'm exaggerating, but it's like all new construction. And, you know, it's just those type of properties. It always reminds me of the Disney movie Up, whereas there's just that one guy who like refuses to let somebody come and take his property from him. And, you know, so those are the people, you know, if the property hasn't been built in the last if it hasn't been built in the last 10 to 15 years, it's probably hi, Rocio. Hi, how's it going? This is Derek. I know it's a little random here. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Indian Lake Drive. Yeah, I just wanted to connect with you and I wanted to see if you might be interested in possibly selling that property there. Oh, of course. Thanks for taking the call. So, if it's not like a 20, like I said, if it hasn't been built in the last 10 years, it's probably was built in 1940. And so it's just like and it's like a single story and these Hey Maria. Hi, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, no, it's a little random. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Summer Coats Lane. Oh, okay. Yeah, just wanted to get a hold of the owner there and wanted to see if there may be any interest in possibly selling that property. Would you happen to know the owner? Okay. First she wasn't the owner, but then she wasn't interested, and then she hung up. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that she knows either way. But the point of that story is, I try to get creative where it's like, okay, clearly these people have held out. Maybe it's just all about timing for any lead, truly. So maybe, so I just started adding any property that was built in 1940, start adding those leads. I didn't get a deal out of it, but I try to get creative in that sense where it's like, I'm not just looking for the ugly properties, I'm also looking for the opportunity. So land in those type of neighborhoods as well. Because I also don't want to just trick myself into driving for dollars and like hello? C or D class neighborhoods where all the properties look like that. Hey, Ray. Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, no, it's a little random here. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Dennington Drive. Oh, okay, okay. You think you may be interested in the near future at all? No, okay. I appreciate you taking the call. Bye now. Um, it's like I try to live in those, B to C class, a little bit more tougher, a little bit tougher to find those find those properties, but it's like kind of like what I'm saying. The effort is worth the reward. If it's like, because anybody can, just, like I said, drive in these D class neighborhoods and just add every single property. But when you start like driving through the neighborhoods and you start seeing that, hello, hi, Miss Salazar. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. When you start driving through the neighborhoods and you start seeing LLC owned properties within the neighborhoods, or hey, Mr. Jackson. Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, this is Derek. Not sure if I have the right number here. I was looking to get hold of the owner of a property on River Plantation Drive. I was looking to get a hold of an owner of the property on River Plantation Drive. Do I have the right number here? Oh, we just use a software on the computer here. It kicks back maybe 10 numbers associated with the property we're calling on, and sometimes we get lucky. Oh, okay, okay. Sorry about that. Wrong number. But that's why I like batch leads because before I add it, I've just developed a system where I pull up the details of the. Hey, Miss Anthony. Hey, can you hear me? Hi, Miss Anthony. This is Derek. Hey, no, it's a little random. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Hollywood Lane. Yeah, I just wanted to connect with you and I wanted to see if you might be open to receiving an offer on the property there. It's a great question. I'm kind of taking a look at it right now on my computer and obviously never been on the inside myself. I would just need to learn a little bit about the current condition to see if it's something that we might be interested in. Did I catch you at a good time? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if maybe this was a rental property of yours or not. Okay, okay. So you're not interested in selling the one on Hollywood. You said that you do have another property though. Would you be interested in selling that one by chance? Okay, I'm ready. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And who is this? Faith? Could you spell that? And her name is Kate? K-A Catherine, Kate, got it. Okay, may I ask what the relationship is to you? Mhm. Would you happen to know the address? Mhm, mhm. Yeah, okay, perfect. You said what now? She hung up. Well, I got a referral out of her. I don't know how legit it is, but, um, uh, I could barely hear the woman on the phone, and she was kind of hard at hearing herself, it sounded like, and English might not have been her first language, but was able to get a phone number and uh, a name and a city, but not an address. Um, and I don't know the relation. And then, so what I've done is I've created a web form so where I can push the lead to Podio now. So like I haven't figured out how to integrate it to the point where it's auto populating on the web form, but at the very least, I can put just type this information, like the simple information in to bring it over to Podio. Like the name generated by me, contact source, cold calling, lead status, follow up needed, address unknown. I got the phone number, property type unknown, condition unknown, ideal time frame of sale unknown, motivation unknown, price unknown, comp status does not need comping yet, deal status, follow up, preferred language, English for now. Submit the lead, and then that will bring it over to Podio, and then it'll automatically set me a task to kind of address it and reset myself a task to follow up in an appropriate time frame or whatever. Click contact made over here on call tools, and then it's back to dialing. So that's something else too, because when we've been using is just reminding myself all kind of, it's called calendar events, just like little tasks. In the past, I've just been reminding myself by setting myself a task like that evening to transfer everything manually over to Trello. Um, but like now, it's like boom, that lead's already in Podio, and I can kind of figure out the fine details of it later when I go to review it or address it. But now it's like cool. I can just continue calling in confidence, knowing that that lead was brought over to the CRM. CDL assessed at 1.8 million. You wanted like five for it. Jeez, I'm finding out that people are holding their property until the value is 1 million, even though the property may be tear down. Like go after a city list, no batch. Yeah, so weird. Jared, I imagine you're talking about. Hi, Mr. Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, no, it's a little. Yeah, no, it's a little random. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Sandy Hook Drive. Yep, can you hear me? My name is Derek. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Sandy Hook. Yes, can you hear me now? I'm sorry. How that's always made me fucking laugh. How you gonna it's like not a question that you can answer with no. Can you hear me? No. Like what? Wait a second. What type of city list, CDL? I think you told me before. I think you're like, well, I can only ever think of a handful of city lists anyways, like water shutoffs, pre-foreclosures, probate, code violations, taxes, tax defaults. I know some of those are code violation commercial. Oh, okay. Interesting. Hello. I've been keeping a little tally marks manually on my, physically, manually, whatever you want to say, on my notebook too. I feel like by adding something kind of tactile into the routine, it makes me feel like I'm making progress, every time I add myself a little tally. And I have made 12 contacts total on the day. Mama raise the hell, raise up. Code violation commercial. Yeah, I ought to give you this list. We don't call it the commercials. I just scrub. I clean the list and I get rid of those. I ought to give you the one in Houston that I get every month. It's like, yeah, I forget how I'll scrub it like year last date sold, because you'll find a lot of the ones on the code at least for me out in Houston. I find that a lot of the ones that, hey Jocelyn. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Um, Finding a lot of those ones that are popping up on code violation are just hey Maria. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Um, are either in the process of being flipped or are like prep to be flipped. They have dumpsters in the driveway. They have, a bunch of stuff out on the sidewalk, out on the front lawn, and then the property will be pristine 2 months later with a new family that lives there. So I get rid of all the ones that were sold within like the last couple of years on the code violation list. What else? I'd have to see it. It's just so like automatic now for me. I used to get rid of the ones um, that closed the status of the case essentially, because like when they issue a code violation, it'll say like initial inspection, um, or it'll tell you at what point of the process they're at, right? Initial inspection. Um, there's like so many points of the process it can be, but I used to scrub and get rid of the ones that closed, just meaning that they passed inspection. The next time the city came back around and said, "Hey, did you do what we asked you to do a couple of weeks ago?" And if they have and they complied, that's kind of another filter. You'll see the comply, no comply. If they've complied and they've done what they needed to do, the case will close. And then the next time they get issued some type of code violation, it'll be a new case, initial inspection. So I used to get rid of those, but as of late, I think I've been just keeping those in there. as long as they meet the kind of other criteria, right? It hasn't been sold within the last couple of years. It's not like a tiny property or a huge property. Tend to stay away from those two. Strictly only wholesale land. Commercial. I got tired of dealing with single family sellers. Crazy. They sure are. I see that commercial sellers way more open to working with wholesale investors. Interesting. That is an interesting point. They appreciate a creative strategy like wholesaling to get deals done. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Hi, Miss Barbosa. Hey, can you hear me? Hello? I don't know what's going on. My mic check is on. Output, input, everything is good. All right, it's dry. What's going on? Yeah, 12 contacts over the past hour. I was poking around in here doing a bunch of stuff, but still, it's dry. I wonder. It is kind of a weird time of the day. Abandon rate kind of up near where I'd expect it to be, though. Hey, Benitez. Can you guys hear this music? Interested. Because I know that's something else that this headset is supposed to do. It's kind of like noise canceling from around you. It's like geared towards people who are working in an office setting and have a bunch of other people on the phone sitting around them. And it's supposed to be like the people on the other line can't, it kind of like drowns them out. Curious to know because I think the audio for the stream is coming through the headset. And I also want to know if you guys think that the audio is any crisper when that's the case. Because I went back and I listened to one of these videos the other day and I was like, dang, that sounds so much better than when I talk through the computer or when it's like the mic is on my computer and not the headset. So I'm curious to know if you guys even can tell the difference. And if you can hear the music, because I mean, regardless if you can or can't, I'm just interested to know. Well, one, if you can hear it, then they can probably hear it on the other line as the seller. And I don't want that to be the case, but just trying to get some. Hello? Hello? Hey, Jose. How's it going? This is Derek. Hey, no, it's a bit random. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Ensbrook Drive. Oh, okay. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Jeff, you there? All right. I'll always acknowledge when I get got because it sounded like I had gotten to the phone call late, which will happen on the dialer, like I kind of mentioned earlier. And it seemed like he was on the phone for a while. He goes, hello. And I was like, hey, Jeff. He goes, hello. Hey, Jeff, can you hear me? He goes, oh, that's right. I stepped away from the phone. Please leave a message. Can't wait to start going after industrial leads. I don't want to wholesale 1,000 leads. I'd rather wholesale less deals or more problem. Go with 10 commercial deals a year. Hey, Jose. Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, no, it's a little random. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Ensbrook Drive. Oh, okay. Do I have the wrong number here? Okay, okay. Thank you. That last question is always for my own benefit. I just want to know if I even got a hold of the right person, especially when it comes to people named Jose or Chris or John. Hey, Carl. Carl, how's it going? This is Derek. You know, hey, it's a little random. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Mary Wagner Road. Yeah, I just wanted to connect with you, and I wanted to see if you might be open to receiving an offer on the property there. No, okay. All right. While I have you, would you happen to have any others aside from this one you might be interested in selling? While I have you, would you happen to have any others aside from this one on Mary Wagner? That gotcha. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call. All right. Have a good one. He's there till they throw sand in his face. Yeah. How are you, CDL? How are you underwriting these deals, if you don't mind me asking? If you are underwriting them yourself, are you looking at like cap rates or rather, I think you're wholesaling these or assigning them rather. What are your buyers looking at? Are they looking at cap rate? Are they looking at cash flow, cash on cash? Hi there, this is Derek. I'm not sure if I have the right number here. I was looking to get a hold of the owner of a property on Boulder Oaks Drive. Oh, okay. Hey, while I have you, would you happen to have any others? He already sold it. He already sold it, and then he hangs up. I know he has other properties because this mailing address is different, but that was in an estate. Oh no, uh, that was weird. I got thrown off there. It was an LLC that got incorrectly added. Hey, Mr. Alvarado. I was looking for a Mr. or Mrs. Alvarado. Do I have the right number here? Whoops. I just straight hung up on him. Delete that number though. That was a complete accident. Most are based on replacement cost. Since buildings don't have any income, I use transactional funding to close on the A and B and bring my buyer in on the B and C, or I will assign. Replacement cost. I'm not familiar with. Whoa. Not familiar with replacement cost. Don't have any income. What is that referring to now? Like the cost to get new tenants in there, or hello? Like the cost to turn it over. I'm assuming if they don't have tenants or income in there. Hi, Miss Johnson. Hi, is this Miss Johnson? Hi, is this Miss Johnson? Hi, my name is Derek. I know it's a little random here. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Dover Glen Drive. Oh, okay, okay. Hey, while I have you, would you happen to have any others you might consider selling? Oh, okay, okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call. I know. I've had to blow my nose for the past like 45 minutes. I can't even lie. But I also have this like perfect setup with my headset and my hood where I can't take my headset off. So, you know, clown me if you will, but I'm about to just unplug and bring the wire over to the bathroom to grab a Kleenex. I'll be right back.